the Big Easy Basketball Podcast.
Today on the Big Easy Basketball Podcast, we have an absolute superstar in Ade Murkey from the Knox Raiders NBL1 side. Welcome to the podcast today.
Thank you for having me.
It's all right. Now, mate, straight into it. Tell us a bit about your basketball journey to get you where you are today.
It was a rough journey. I started University of Denver. Before that, went to a high school called St. Croix Lutheran in St. Paul, Minnesota. Small high school. My graduating class, probably about 100 people. Went on to go to University of Denver. Had a good career there. After that, I was able to get to. I graduated during COVID, so that was a tough time. Yep. Not having gym access, stuff like that. But made dues, made it all work. I was able to get to training camp with the Minnesota Timberwolves. I came out the same class as Anthony Edwards, Jay McDaniel, and them. So that was a fun time. Getting to know those guys, play along those guys a little bit. After that, playing the G League with their team for like a month in the bubble. So that's year one. I count year one and year two kind of all the same, just because that month-long season, I don't really count that as a season. But went on to do summer league with the Sacramento Kings. Won that. That was a really good experience. My first time winning really as a pro. Then went on to do the G League and training camp with the Sacramento Kings as well. Was fortunate enough to get a call up with the Sacramento Kings for Christmas too. So that was like my Christmas present. So that was an amazing time. And then after that, that's kind of when everything kind of went downhill for me a little bit. That next season, I got hurt first day of training camp. I had torn my ACL, my meniscus. So I was out for around 2 years. That was a tough journey. Just trying to get back. Had multiple surgeries. A couple PRP shots. But we made it through. We pushed through, fought through adversity. And then my first year back, I did the G League with the Wisconsin Herd. I started off a little rough as well. Had a couple injuries that held me back in the first part of the season. And then I got healthy and then started playing from January up until beginning of March. And then, now I'm here.
Yep. And you're definitely here. Your stats this year are just phenomenal. You're an all-round player, like just over 16 points a game. Just under 7 rebounds, shooting the ball just under 50%. You're an absolute delight to have on the court and to watch play.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Now, just with that time that you spent injured, how did you get through that from a personal point of view? Like, what was it that got you through it?
Man, that was a tough time. That was probably the hardest part of my life, just as far as like a mental standpoint. Trying to stay high when I'm very low, but really just taking a day at a time. Not looking too far ahead. I'm a big overthinker. I think down the line a lot, years down the line. So just taking it day by day and just worrying about the day that's in front of me. I think that's kind of what made days go by fast, even when the days were slow, the time was slow. So yeah.
You're definitely making up for it now, because every time I seem to be at a basketball stadium and you're around, you're on the court just practicing. I see you day in, day out doing it. So you definitely got over that hill, and you're showing absolute signs of the remarkable player that you can be when you're on the court.
No, I appreciate it.
That's it. Now, when you were a kid growing up, who was your favorite player?
It's actually kind of funny because basketball was the last sport I played. Being from Minnesota, it's a big hockey state. So actually hockey was the first sport I played. But, growing up, at first I thought I was being KG, Kevin Garnett from being from Minnesota. But then that slowly turned into Kobe Bryant for sure.
Lovely. Yep. All right. Now, your goals this year as a team and again as an individual for you, what would you like to have happen this year?
I think the biggest goal is to win. When you're winning, everybody looks good. Everybody kind of gets what they want out of winning. Nobody really wants a person that doesn't bring winning to the team. So that's the biggest goal. And just personally, it's just to kind of get back to where I was before, just trying to still get my feet back underneath me, find my rhythm with basketball. I tend to put a lot of pressure on myself. So just trying to stay stay even, stay level-headed for sure.
And this is your first season at Knox.
Yeah.
What's your favourite thing about being at Knox?
This facility is super nice. All the courts. But I just think the fan base, the love and support everybody brings here. Everybody's super nice. Everybody comes with a smile on their face every day. So I think that's probably my favorite part about it.
Yeah, great to hear that. And for you on a game day, so let's presume you've got your game at 8 o'clock on a Saturday. What's your game day habit? What's some quirky things that you might get up to, bit of superstitions, etc. on game day for you?
I'm still trying to figure mine out here just because it's a little different than the States. You're kind of on your own up until the game. So I just try to, get some good rest for sure. Wake up, do some yoga. Come to the gym, get a couple shots up, free throws, some off the dribble, whatever it may be. Go home, take a nap, get a good meal or two, just because sometimes it's a late game, so I'll be hungry sometimes before the game starts. Stomach be growling a little bit. That's really about it though. Listen to some music, just get in the zone, get focused.
Okay. Now, some advice for young players. So you're obviously a community-based sort of organisation here, and we've got a lot of juniors that come through the doors of where you play. Mm-hmm. What's some advice you'd give to the young child, young athlete growing up, wants to be the next NBL1 star?
I just would say stay in the gym. That's really the biggest thing, just because there might be somebody better than you right now, but if you keep working, you stay in the gym and you stay focused down the line, you might surpass them. I live by it's a marathon, not a race. You might be sprinting as fast as you can, but you got 1,000 miles to go versus the person that's, going slow and steady, but, being consistent with their work. And I'll just say never too high, never too low. Just stay level-headed for sure.
Lovely. Now, we have a little bit of a fun part of this segment, and it's about to start.
The shot clock.
Today, we're going to put you on the shot clock now. So do you have a nickname?
Either everybody calls me Murk or my family calls me Day.
Day.
Yeah, a day.
Day. Day. That's all right. Which one would you prefer?
I'd probably say Murk.
All right. Well, Murk it is from the fans then.
Yeah.
When you're traveling on road trips, do you prefer a window seat or an aisle seat?
It depends what time it is. If it's early, I need a window seat to go to sleep. If it's later in the afternoon, I'll probably say exit to get my legs out.
Get your legs out and relax. That's all right. Do you watch any reality TV?
Not really, but I've seen like some Love Island before or something like that.
And you watch it regularly or just occasionally?
I really don't watch it, but if somebody has it on, I'm definitely going to be tapped in tune.
All right. And which teammate that you've got currently would always forget something?
Would always forget something. I'm going to say, I'll probably say me, to be honest. I forgot some socks a couple times coming to the gym, had to run back home, grab some socks.
I'll let you know a secret. Your teammates said it was you as well.
Yeah, that's definitely me.
If you're a sitcom character, what would your catchphrase be?
Gotcha.
Ooh,
that's
nice.
what I'm at. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's what mine be.
What's the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
Strangest thing. I remember like in grade school or like I was a little kid, like they always had like the fried bugs, like the worms or something like that. So I'll probably say one of those.
Yeah, you've eaten worm before?
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
You're applied for be an Avengers character, but your superpower is too boring. What was the superpower and what would be your hero's name?
Ooh. It has to be a boring
superpower that you've got.
Boring superpower. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna start with the name. I think I'm gonna do Mercosaur. Nah, that's Boo Boo. That's a tough one. Superhero. Let's say, Black Man.
Black Man? And,
yeah,
and what's your,
Black Man.
And what's your superpower?
Loves junk food. So anytime I see any sweets, any ice cream, I'm going to get it.
So while the other Avengers are out there fighting
I'm eating.
Evil, you're out there eating.
Eating, for sure.
If you could have an animal as a sidekick, what would the animal be?
I like cheetahs. I love
nice.
cheetahs.
Yeah. You're a DJ now, and what's your favorite? What would be your tag as a DJ?
Murkey on the beat.
Murkey on the beat.
Yeah, Murkey on the beat.
All right, Murkey on the beat. What's your best excuse for missing practice?
Best excuse. Ooh, I can't say it because I might have to use this one day.
Oh, you haven't used it yet?
I haven't used it
Come on,
yet.
Nunny doesn't listen to this.
I'm sore. Nah, my knee hurts.
Your knee hurts.
My knee hurts. That's what I'm gonna use. My knee hurts.
That seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah, that's a good one. You know, I got the ACL, so yeah, my knee a little sore, coach. Can't go today.
Mate, it's been a pleasure having you on today.
No, I appreciate it.
Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.